Well, if you served, first of all, thank you. And second of all, obviously, veterans benefits are very important, folks. And we're here with Rick. Rick is the owner of Richard A. Meyer Jr. and Associates. And what can you tell us about veterans?
First of all, I'd like to share the thank you to all those who have served or are currently serving our great nation in the military. But there's a program within the military for those who have served, especially when they've served during wartime, called Aid and Attendance. It's actually
Aid and Attendance.
Aid and Attendance.
Okay.
The technical name is Enhanced Pension. It's actually a pension program that's available for people who had served during a period of war. There's no requirement of theater of engagement. So often we'll hear people say, well, I served in Korea, but I didn't go to Korea. It doesn't matter. No requirement of theater of engagement. I'm very happy that my father served his 4 years during the Korean conflict in Germany. And serving from there because it increased the probability that I was going to be here.
Yeah.
So it's a program that's available for veterans and also surviving spouses of veterans when their care expenses start to consume a large portion of their income. Great example is going into a nursing home or going into an assisted living. So, something happens and now you've hit a point where you need to look at an assisted living where you can now get up to almost $2,400 per month tax-free. A surviving spouse is entitled to $1,344 per month tax-free, and the only proviso on the money is you have to promise you're going to use it for care expenses. So the process is we have to first prove that you are a veteran. So we have to prove there's no requirement of service connection to your physical limitation that requires that you go to assisted living, so it can just be age-related. You have to prove that you're a wartime veteran. So you served during a period of war of World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and now also the Gulf War. During those first three, so during the Korean conflict, during Vietnam, or World War II, we have to establish 90 days of active duty, and only 1 day has to be during a period of war. Again, no requirement of theater of engagement. We have to then be able to prove that you need some care assists. So then we do that through a doctor's report. The VA provides you with a form. It's nice and easy. So you tell people you got to use their forms. Mm-hmm. So it's a form 2680. You have the doctor fill it out, and they're familiar with it. There's just a lot of checking the boxes. Doctor signs off on it. Then you have to prove that you have a care expense, an out-of-pocket care expense that relates to those care needs. Which now, if you're going to assisted living, there you go. Once you have this care need, in most instances, 100% of your cost at the assisted living is now considered a medical expense. So once you have that medical expense, they'll compare it to your income. And once your care expenses or your assisted living expenses consume your income, so that you now have a negative income flow,
okay,
then you're well on your way to a full benefit of that, somewhere between $1,300 and $2,400 during 2022. That gets adjusted every year according to cost of living, just like your Social Security does. But it's a wonderful program that will help defer those expenses. They have established in 2018 an asset base. Current asset base in 2022 is about $137,000. And the other thing they did do during that 2018 amendment was they came back and they did create a 3-year look back. So similar to what Medicaid has, so we can, but we can still give assets away.
What is the look back, just in case?
So it's a 3-year audit for the VA. Medicaid is a 5-year audit. So they take a look at things that have been given away for less than fair market value, and there's a waiting period that arises out of that. Out of that transfer. So now VA only has a 3-year look back. So we have, but there are ways to still restructure and reposition your estate to accelerate eligibility. So it's one of the big steps we do to help get this program, because boy, one of the biggest concerns people hear when they have to go to the assisted living is the cost.
Yeah, geez, oh yeah.
If I can tell them, hey, I'm going to take $2,400 off your expense, the government's going to pay for it because of your service to our country, or $1,300 because of your spouse's service to our country. Yeah. What a wonderful way to take some of the concern of the expense off their shoulders.
Sure is. Sounds like a great benefit, but it's a little confusing and complicated, and that's probably why it might be a good idea to have a guy like Rick on it. And they do a lot of this. And if you're not already at their website, you might want to check it out. Head to rmohiolaw.com. You'll see some other videos. We've been chatting on a few subjects today, and they're waiting for you. You can learn a little bit more, maybe get some more information. But hey, if you do want some more information about veterans benefits, they can just give you a call.
Yep. And then we'll set up a free consultation. Bring in your DD 214, and we'll go from there.
Great. Thanks, Rick, and thank you for joining us.